Welcome to Jenison Wildcat football broadcast via WCET Channel 50, your local cable station that serves Jenison, Hudsonville, and Granville. The Big OK Red Showdown is tonight, Jenison versus Rockford. My name is Roger York, and along with my partner Don Peterson, we will bring you the crucial OK Red Championship contest. The winner will have a title, will have a tie for the championship with one game to play in the OK Red Conference. This is one of the biggest football games in the state. Tony Anise and his Wildcats will try and continue their winning streak, now at 6-0, against the Rockford Rams. The Rams are also undefeated and the champions of the OK Red Division for 1997. This is West Michigan Football Showdown of the Year. Each team is ranked in the top 10 of the state rankings, and the winner will take control of the OK standings and the state rankings. Rockford, which comes off a tremendous 1997 season, tries to continue the winning tradition. The Jenison Wildcats want to stop the Rockford Rams and move into the top spot of the conference and the state rankings. Rockford's coach, Ralph Munger, has had great success over the last 7 years and hopes to keep that tradition alive. But Tony Anise, Jenison's second-year coach, will try and sidetrack the Rams with a very potent offense and excellent defense. To give you a preview of the Jenison Wildcats and the Rockford Rams is my partner, Don Peterson.
Hey, thank you, Roger. It's exciting and a privilege to be here tonight for WCET, serving, as you say, Hudsonville, Granville, and Jenison. We're looking out at a crowd of fans tonight, Roger, in the tune to 8,000 to 10,000 fans. In all of the years that I have come to the Jenison Wildcat games, I have never seen anything like this one. I guess tickets were at a premium, and it's going to be an exciting contest. So we're looking forward to a great game, as you had mentioned before. Just to give you a little idea, offensively, the Jenison Wildcats are averaging 370 yards per contest, 1,800 of those yards coming on the ground, 330 through the air. 80% of their offense coming on the ground. Three players, Roger, account for approximately 80% of the total Jenison ground game. Quarterback C.J. Hooper, with 473 yards, is averaging 7.2 yards per try, while their junior halfback, Mitch Harum, who played last year as a sophomore, has got 775 yards, or averaging about 130 per contest, averaging about 7.8 per attempt. Their sophomore halfback, Aaron Dawkins, has 174 yards on averaging 7 yards per attempt. This trio has the luxury of running behind an outstanding offensive line, averaging 230 pounds tackle to tackle. C.J. Hooper, the quarterback, is 49% in his passing attack, going 22 for 45 for a total of 430 yards with 4 TDs, averaging 70 yards per game. On the receiving end of 3 of these touchdown catches, B.J. Moss, one of his favorite targets. Defensively, the Wildcats are allowing only 235 yards per game, while holding the opponents to 166 yards on the ground and 68 by the way of the passing game. The two inside linebackers, Matt Waring and Todd Snip, account for 100 tackles, followed by outside linebackers Aaron Amato with 36 stops, Moss with 35, Manning 32, Bullheist 29, Snow 28, Dobbs 27, Harriman 26, and Todd Greb with 25 stops. So as you can see, Raj, they've got great defensive
good balance all the way
around. You know, these two teams have met the last 2 years that they've met. Rockford's come out on top. Last year, Jenison went out to Rockford with a pretty decent team themselves. Played Rockford tough for the first half, and it was a 10-10 tie going into the locker room. And Rockford came out on top 35-23 and went into postseason play. Went 3 games deep in this postseason play, and that leads us into tonight. One of these teams probably will go into postseason play here.
Right. Here comes the Rockford Rams right now as their fans cheer wildly as a exciting crowd and a beautiful evening fall evening here at the Jenison Wildcat Stadium.
Both Jenison and Granville come into tonight's contest, as you say, 6-0, 5-0 in OK Red play. Jenison averaging 38 points per game while giving up only 11 per contest. The Rams are averaging 30 points per game offensively while giving up only 15 per contest. Some of the key Rams to look out for tonight. Number one is an All-Stater. He's a punter, David Reisko, at 6 foot, 174 pounds. Number 36, a two-way player, two-way starter, Tony Savickas, at 6 foot, 190 pounds, will play defensive end and offensive halfback, a two-way starter. Number 56, their kicker, Luke Greenland, is a 5 foot, 11, 195 pound senior. Number 58, an inside linebacker, Luke Batis, is 6 foot, 240 pounds, so he looks to be a pretty good, tough man in the middle there. Number 69, Mike Fowle, at offensive guard, 6 foot, 215 pound senior. Watch out for him a little bit in that offensive line.
Well, the Wildcats came out really excited, really ready to go. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic football game tonight, Don, as both clubs are right at fever pitch for a very important game. Jenison's going to receive, Rockford's going to kick off, and we're just minutes away from the start.
Just looking at some of the offensive starters, as you say, the coin toss was won by Rockford. They declined. Jenison accepted. We'll take the kickoff. At wideout, we have Jason Flager. We have the tackles will be Roz, number 79, and 76, Joe Farber. The guards, Ben Ashmore, 58. Number 62 is Tracy Branch. At center is Matt Schmucker, number 64. At tight end, B.J. Moss, 6'3", 250-pound tight end. Obviously, that quarterback, number 14, C.J. Hooper. Eric Gagorski at a wideout position. Sophomore Aaron Dawkins at halfback, 5'11", 180. And Mitch Harriman, they're all everything, number 30, at 6 foot, 215 pounds, will start at a halfback position and play defense, cornerback for the Wildcats.
Well, Don, as we know, everything is sort of going to revolve around the offense a little bit, of course, to put points on the board. Dan Richards, a fine quarterback from Rockford, 6'3", 180-pound senior, will do his thing to try and get his club up and going and get some momentum going. And, of course, C.J. Hooper, number 14, the Jenison quarterback, who has had a fantastic year so far, will try and get his club immediately. They're going to receive the football and be ready to go and hope that they can take that football and start some momentum, get their backs, get the flow into the game, and keep the mistakes to a very, very minimal few.
Luke Greenland, number 56, teeing the ball up in the 40-yard line, is kicking off into the south end zone with about probably a 5 to 10 mile per hour wind. So he's got the ball down to about the 10-yard line.
Jenison's bring the ball right up through the middle, and he pops through the middle for a quick 15, 20 yards.
Campo brought down on the 30-yard line.
Nice return for the Wildcats to get started.
Number 8 on the tackle was Mike Lindbergh, the inside linebacker.
Chance Apple got the Wildcats off into a good position as far as field position goes. They're at about the 29-yard line. And Jenison comes up on the football, and we'll see how C.J. Hooper and his offensive group does. Mitch Harriman, number 30, behind him. Two wideouts. First handoff goes to Harriman, and the ball is kept by the quarterback, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Number 42, Steve Mikulak, a defensive end, brings him down on the tackle and about the 28-yard line, a loss of 2 yards.
Well, the Wildcats are going to have to try and establish a little run, and right off the bat, they picked up maybe 1 yard, so they want to get this thing going in the right direction. Got a single setback. Hooper behind the center. Got a slot to the right. Hooper again keeps the football, tries to squeeze up on the left side of the line, and picks up short yardage.
Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, brought down by 75, Jacob Scott, the nose guard at 6'1", 195, a senior. So that brings up a 3rd and 7, Raj, with 11, only a minute gone in the first quarter.
Well, Rockford's front 5 have really played well these first 2 plays. They've stuffed everything right at the line of scrimmage and kept everything down to a dull roar.
That front 5 is Savickas, Polzak, Scott, Mercer, and Mikulak.
Hooper comes up, looks it over. He's got a single setback. Harriman.
There's a flag down. Probably somebody a little anxious early in the game. Again, butterflies going.
That's going to be against Rockford.
So
there's a little break for the Wildcats. They're going to pick up 5, so they'll have a couple yards to go.
They'll bring up 3rd and short. 27 brings the play in. Aaron Dawkins for the Wildcats.
2 middle linebackers for Rockford, number 8, Mike Lundberg, and number 58, Luke Bottas, are what everything sort of revolves around. So let's watch those fellas, how they play, maybe how the defense flows. C.J. Hooper, 2 setbacks, first man through, gets it, pitches it back to number 27, Dawkins, and sees no daylight whatsoever. Cornerback comes up and makes the stuff. Let's take a look at this. Watch the corner come up and stuff the play.
Bo Mercer, number 33, drives him out of bounds, so that brings up a kicking situation. Harriman back on his 25, 23-yard line. Back deep to receive. I can't pick up his number.
Harriman getting set. Good snap. He's got time. He's got a little rush at the end. Gets a good kickoff. Number 23, and he bluffs it, and let's see what happens. Number 23, Courtney Yen.
Ben Ashmore was the first man down.
Rockford did cover that football.
So Courtney, ball comes up. Courtney, number 23, picks the ball up, drops it. Ben Ashmore falls on, almost gets himself a fumble recovery.
Well, the Wildcats will go on defense, and the Rams with Dan Richard will come out and cover the football, and let's see how their offense can get rolling here. 9:38 to go, no score in the game. Wildcats in a 4-man front. Richard straight handoff, comes up through the line, picks up 6 or 7 right there. Number 52 and number 30 for the...
Brought down by Mitch Harriman, number 30 for the Wildcats. And number 52, Brian Schmoes.
2nd down and about 3 yards to go. I'm sure the Jenison coaches do not want to give the Rockford Rams that much on a first down play.
Brings up 2nd and about 3, Rod, so that's a big first down play, as you say.
Phil Beamer, number 40, usually sets up right behind the quarterback. Number 20, Chris Mackham, is one halfback, and Tony Savekis, number 36, is really their mainstay back. He should carry the ball a lot tonight.
That time they brought 27, Adam Burkholder, out wide right here as a flanker, wide out to the right. He was covered by Chad Sampo, 10 for the Wildcats. They've gone back into the huddle, and there's some sort of a delay of the game. An official down in the end zone doing something. There's no timeout been called, I know of.
Number 59, Jared Ela, is the center, and so with the center, 6'2", 220-pound senior, and Dan Richard, a senior, there's a lot of experience there to lead the Rams. Single setback. Shift from end to end. Man in motion, number 20, Meekin. Comes up into the line. He's going to pick up close to a first down.
It's going to be real close, but I believe he's going to be short. He's brought down by 32. Aaron Amato at his outside linebacker position.
See where they spot the football. It's shy about a couple feet. So it'll be third down and about a foot.
3rd and short. A big first down play, Roger, where he picked up 7 yards was a big key there because they didn't, they picked up 2 yards on that carry. This will be a big test now. We have Todd Gregg, 71 in nose guard, 5'5", 240 with 25 stops on the year.
Rams just take it right into the center of the line. It looks like they picked up a first down, and it'll be 1st and 10.
Dustin Manning, 33, was the initial tackler on the play, although he had help from a number of his friends, but not until after he'd gotten his first down.
Number 44, Todd Snip, in the center of everything.
Snip and Waring account for over 100 tackles between the two of them. Those 2 inside linebackers are pretty active.
Richard takes the ball. We have a scissor come back through. The halfback comes back, number 36, Tony Sarikis, and he doesn't get any yardage. What they'll do is the backs will flow one way, and the opposite back will come back, hoping to get the flow of the linebackers.
Dave Radel on the stop. Here's
Watch
the replay.
The first handoff.
Watch Radel and Snip stack him up on about the
number 71 and the
44-yard line.
Second down and about 10 yards to go, 9 yards to go. Dan Richard looking things over. End shifts.
They bring B.J. Moss up over tackle on the left side of the line.
Man in motion, starts down to the right. Richard fakes, rolls out to his right, looks for a receiver, and just drills that football in there. Number 87 for the Rams.
Brad Hamilton at 6'7", 245, their tight end on the reception.
We almost intercepted that. There was an attempt by the Wildcats defensive back to try and pick that off. Watch as you see the rerun. See, just misses. And when you just miss, and he catches it, and he picks up a few yards.
Well, Hamilton at 6'7" has a pretty good height advantage over the defender back there on that particular play. We have 3rd and short again, so Rams on a drive here. Todd Gred, 71, lines up as nose guard.
There's a tackle jump, so the Wildcats are going to pick up 5 yards.
Number 76, Adam White, is the offender on that particular play. That 6'5", 248-pound offensive tackle. 5 yards backward.
Dan Richard brings his group up to the line of scrimmage. Number 42, Steve Miklek, behind him. Number 36, Tony Savekis, looking to block, goes down, hits a man wide open.
He was wide open.
Going to pick up a first down on 3rd and about 6.
Dave Radel, number 9 on the number 7, the defender, but not until after they picked up a first down. Raj, who was the receiver on that play?
Number 23 is just going out.
Courtney Yon, 23, was wide open. I don't think there was anybody within 5 yards.
No, he had.
If we could see that again, I don't know. I guess it's a little too late, but
the quarterback Dan Richards, Don, is having good time to throw the football. He's got
good protection.
Got a couple extra seconds, and that has helped a lot. There's a fake to the running, the back cutting back through the flanker back, picks up about 1 yard.
Savekis on the carry.
Savekis has done this now a couple times. He'll line up wide and he'll come back into the middle of the line.
Matt Waring at Roger, 37 on the stop. What'd you say, Roger, on the...
Savekis has done this now 2 or 3 times. This must be sort of a favorite play. He'll line up on the outside and he'll come back against the flow of the defense, like a counter.
Counter play. Granville did that a little bit against Jenison a couple weeks ago and were fairly successful in that.
Phil Beamer behind. Now they go the other way. 34 carries the football. 34 is John McCumber.
I'll tell you, stopping there by number 52, Ryan Smalls, but the quarterback, Dan Richards, here's a replay. Watch Richards take a pretty good shot. I guess you can't see it in the replay, but the quarterback took a pretty good hit after he gave the handoff. A nice fake by the quarterback, Dan Richards.
3rd down and 6. This is a crucial play for the Wildcats right here to see if they can put a stop to this. Single wide out on the right. Wing team and in motion to the right. They're going to roll to the right. He's got 2 people to look at, and he throws a bad football. Incomplete. Good coverage. Number 10, Sample.
Defended by Chad Sample. The ball was underthrown. Here's a replay.
Watch, the quarterback doesn't really get set. He short arms that football and throws it right in the grass. So
he had good protection.
He had time, yeah.
Good time.
He rushed that pass.
Kicker, punter is David Ryko.
See if the Wildcats get a little rush. Good blocking by the Rams. Good kick. Fair catch. The ball's going to go in the end zone. Good disguise by Sample.
Well, that gives you a reason to know that number 1 is an all-stater from last year's team in 1997. Pretty good leg. Well,
the Rams moved the football a little bit down, established a little ground game. The Wildcats still have to do that. 4:23 to go in the first quarter, no score. Wildcats take over. C.J. Hooper is going to bring his boys out and see what they can do. Matt Schmucker, number 64, is the center. He's a senior. Hooper is a junior. Mitch Harriman is a junior behind him. Let's see what happens. Mitch Harriman usually And it looks like the Rockford Rams have got things sniffed out pretty good.
He was brought down by Steve Mikulak, number 42 from the Rams at 6'1", 200 pounds.
Let's watch C.J. Hooper. They didn't take the fake to Harriman. Watch there, he keeps the football and trips up, and he's down, and he's lost some yardage. It's going to be second down and about 13 yards to go for a first down.
Same thing that happened to the Wildcats on their first possession. They on their first play lost a few yards. That brings up second and long.
Sestro out of the ball game. High formation. Harriman started in motion, but no flag, so he went lateral to the line of scrimmage, which works fine, I assume.
Harriman back to the line of scrimmage, but that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Eventually, the Wildcats will probably have to put the ball in the air, and they've been fairly successful this year with 49% completion ratio, although they haven't thrown it off a lot, but when they have thrown, they've had people open. Although Rams have got a great defense, this is probably the best team they'll look at all year long.
Got a slot formation on the left-hand side, and we got Strong to the left. Harriman in the backfield, first man through, and quarterback Hooper's going to keep it, try to move upfield. Picks up a few yards. It's going to be short of about 5 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Brought down by the inside linebacker, Mike Lundberg, number 8, 6'2", 195. C.J. Hooper all year long, Roger, has been very successful on that option play where he takes that ball in and makes pretty good yardage.
Wildcats came out in punt formation real quick and tried to catch Rockford short a man. But there's Jenison right now looking for extra people. So the quickness of the play didn't really work towards Jenison's favor. Good snap. Harriman kicks it. Good leg kick. Good spiral. Catch by number 23, Courtney Yen. He's trying to find some running room and is going to get snuffed down at about the 35-yard line.
Rick Boheist, number 9, brings him down at about the 38-yard line. That time, Courtney Yen did not drop the ball. Here's a replay. Nice kick.
Well, when they talk about running in your lanes, this is a perfect example. Jenison came down in the lanes, kept everybody from coming in on the football in a point, and they made the tackle.
Everybody stayed home and took care of business. So Rockford takes over with 2:21 in the first quarter on their own 38-yard line. Second possession of the game for Rockford.
Dan Richard, number 17, 6'3", senior. Hands it off to number 40 as he moves in. Phil Beamer into the line, tries to pick up a few yards and does.
He's brought down by Ryan Smoes, number 52. Ryan has 28 tackles on the year. That gives him 29.
Right now, the Rams are picking up some nice yardage on first down.
Yeah, they really are.
You know, you're getting 4 or 5 yards. That's a bonus.
Well, that makes that second down play a lot easier than having 2nd and 12.
Richard goes back. He's got a man open, and he gets intercepted. Oh, no. The referee says no catch. Now, let's see what's going on here.
Chad Sample, number 10 on the there's a replay.
Let's watch this now. Does it hit the ground?
He just takes the ball away from number 13, the intended receiver. Mike Oakes was the intended receiver.
Yeah, that's interesting how that play works, because the ball never hit the ground. It transferred from one player to the other, and maybe on a transfer it's incomplete, but boy, it sure looked like a bad call there.
Well, we have 3rd and about 5 again, so
Wildcats trying to stop him. Dan Richards come up to the line of scrimmage. He's got a pro set in the backfield. He's going to roll out to the right. He's got a man open, number 23 in, and he catches the football. You can't give him that much space.
The Wildcats are playing way too soft on pass defense right now. That time, Chad Sample, the intended, he was actually the defender, is playing a little bit too soft and giving these offensive receivers way too much room to receive these passes with a great protection that Richard's getting. I don't think Jenison wants to see too much more of that.
But Jenison needs to put a little more pass rush onto the quarterback. Richard's getting good time back there, finding his receivers and delivering the football.
We'll see if they send a linebacker.
He's got a strong wing to the left. He's got Sample. He's got number 40, Phil Beamer, protect him. Throws the ball over the head of number 11.
Andy Seagard, the intended receiver, was open. Chad Sample, 10. Here's a replay. Watch the quarterback, Richards, deliver the ball over the intended receiver.
Rockford uses the wing formation a lot, and it gives them protection as they roll out, and then they also use the counter off the wing play, which keeps the linebackers at home.
They just brought in number 76, Joe Farber, to tackle position, and brought Todd Gregg, 71, out temporarily. The ball placed down at about the 47-yard line.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Minute and 13 in the first quarter. Straight handoff to number 40, Phil Beamer, and he picks up a few yards. Jenison has a couple folks. Snip is on number 44 on the bottom.
Todd Snip, 44, the inside linebacker, along with Matt Waringa, the two inside linebackers. Raj doing the job.
Boy, Rockford brings in a lot of folks in and out of the football game. You notice that?
Yeah, I do.
And Dan Richard is there to greet him, so he gets that play real quick.
Right.
Number 87, Brad Hamilton, is on the left side. He's a big target for Richard. Got two wideouts. Quarterback straight back to pass. He's got a man open, and it goes through.
The man open was the big tight end, Brad Hamilton.
Hamilton went right through his hands.
Number 44, Todd Snip defending. Watch the tight end be defended by Snip. Okay, back deep to receive. Harem go back to about his 10-yard line.
And, you can sample back to receive, and number 7 for Jenison, which is Dave Rattle.
All-state punter back on about the 43-yard line. Last time he put in the end zone from about the same spot.
Good protection by the Rams. Good kick. Sample is going to almost made a catch and pulled back, so there's no problem. Jenison football on about the 5.
Brought down number 46, down the ball. That's Ryan Perkersky. It's a difficult name to pronounce, but he made a great stop or a great defensive play for the Rams.
One thing you notice, Don, at all right, let's check the punt out. Watch how he grabs at it and then pulls back right at the very end. No harm. But notice the field position, how the field position has started to change.
That's right. Well, you know, when you have the all-state punter like they do, the kicking game is a big part of this game, special teams.
Got a slot left for the Wildcats, a double setback in the backfield. Hooper fakes up, pitches out. He's got a little running room here by Harriman. Let's see what happens. He gets brought down after a nice gain and close to a first down.
He's brought down by the inside linebacker, Mike Lundberg, number 8, at 6'2", 195. Harriman showing you why he will probably be an all-stater himself.
Which Harriman is a load at 215, 6 foot.
Nice first down, Roger, when you're pinned down deep in your own territory to have the first down play go for 10 yards and set up a better field position for the Wildcats. That brings the ball. They really haven't had good field position.
No, that's the end of the first quarter. No score for the Rams and the Wildcats as they each go to each bench to talk it over just a little bit before they come out for the start of the second quarter. Wildcats just got first down, so maybe they'll get their momentum going a little bit.
We really haven't seen C.J. Hooper put the ball up in the air.
Yeah, I think that may be the next thing that they'll lead into is to try and get the passing game going and open up the running game a little more.
They haven't had the field position. Rockford has enjoyed good field position since the game began, and Jenison has not had the field position to do anything extraordinary except the one or two first downs they've had. It's been pretty bland as far as their offensive abilities. But
well, in a big game like this, Don, you know, everybody's sort of feeling each other out. It's almost like a boxing match here. Nobody's going to try anything too much until they sort of feel themselves and get themselves going. And here we go. Maybe this will be for Jenison their move, and then Rockford will come right back. We'll wait and see.
We've got fans, Roger, up in trees across the way, up in the hill. There's not another spot to be had to sit anywhere in this field.
Yeah, it's a packed house tonight. This is the biggest group of fans I've ever seen, and I've been in Jenison a long time. So it's exciting tonight for both Rockford and Jenison. C.J. Hooper got a slot to the right. Double setback, sort of a counter, and the Wildcats Harriman goes right into the center line and gets stacked up right there and gains basically no yardage.
Inside linebacker Luke Bottas on the stop, 58. Watch the replay. Watch Harriman get stacked up as he tries to go over the left side of the line.
Yeah, that was sort of a strange play. I mean, he just jumped up in the air.
Well, he's running behind 79, Cal Ross at 6'6", 255, and the left guard, 58, Ben Ashmore at 5'11", 205. So they're pretty good size left side of the line there.
Yeah, number 77, Jeff Polzak, is a tackle for the Rams. He's 6'5", so he's a big guy.
Well, here goes Dawkins.
Dawkins comes up the field, and he looks close to a first down.
Real close to first down. Brought down by number 42, Steve Mukulak, at the defensive end position.
Aaron Dawkins is a sophomore, 5'11", 180 pounds. So in Jenison's backfield, you have a sophomore, junior, and senior.
Here's a replay. Watch Dawkins with the speed. The sophomore Dawkins brought down by 42, Mukulak.
Strides very well, doesn't he? Deceptive as far as speed.
He's got nice speed. He's a sophomore, Roger. He's got good composure. I know he got hurt in the first game or two of the season. He's had one score, but once he gets in the open, he's got good presence about himself and is able to go for good yardage.
Very close to a first down as the referees are measuring, and we see no signal, so it must be short.
It's a good combination to have Mitch Harriman with the power and then Dawkins with the speed. Although Harriman's got some speed of his own.
Helmholtz, number 1, comes out of the football game for Jenison. That's within an inch.
It'll be third down and just change.
So we'll see what the Wildcats come up with as they try and get a first down here with just the start of the second quarter. No score. Well-played football game up to this point. Rams playing a 5-man front, 5-4.
Quarterback keeper.
Getting really down low, and
should be good for a first down.
Picked up a couple inches, but that was a good defensive.
Again, number 8, Mike Lundberg on the stop. First down. Moves the change down.
Second first down in a row for the Wildcats. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Ball placed down about the 29-yard line.
Rams defense revolves around Mike Lundberg, number 8, he's 6'2", and number 58, Luke Bottas. Got a man head up right over the center. Harriman gets the football back, and he goes up in the line and gets nothing. Right now, the Rams, number 8, Mike Lundberg, is blitzing right up into the open hole, and he's stuffing everything up.
That was Brandon Moss, or actually B.J. Moss, Roger, on the carry, number 99, the tight end. They put him in.
Let's watch. That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the big fullback. They put him at fullback, and he stopped in there by number 77, John Polzak.
Yeah, Moss comes right in front of the fullback and takes the handoff. That was the second time they ran that play. There's a direct handoff into Harriman, and then he keeps the football. C.J. Hooper and brings it down the line and picks up a few.
Brought down by Mukulak and Andy Seagard.
So it's going to be about third down and 8 yards to go. Really trying to establish the run. Really trying to establish that run.
They really are.
And maybe it's not to be right yet.
You might want to look for a pass in here to Brandon Moss, number 99, the tight end, because set up on the right side of the line with third and long.
Got a slot to the left. Double setback, first man through, second man gets the football, and going nowhere. Right now, Rockford staying at home, number 8.
Mike Lundberg again on the stop. We've called his name a number of times.
He's playing a fantastic game right now. I tell you, he's in on most every stop.
The Rockford Rams have played some great defense. This is probably the best defensive team that Jenison will see all year. They've got a great defense. Harriman back to kick on about his 22-yard line.
Harriman gets a good snap. Rush almost gets blocked. Almost.
They let the ball go out of bounds at about the 40.
Comes off his foot a little bit with the rush coming on. So right now, Rockford's going to have the football in great field position at about the 38-yard line.
As you said earlier, Roger, the kicking game is really the replay. Watch, almost get blocked.
Number 8 just couldn't quite catch it.
Was out of bounds. That'll give Rockford good field position again.
But Lundberg put the pressure on, and that destroyed the concentration of Harriman on that kick. Dan Richards gets his troops together and getting ready to bring them up to the line of scrimmage. Look how close their fullback is with double wideouts. Straight up the middle, number 40, Phil Beamer, picks up a few yards.
Number 44, Snip, and Smoes is long 33. I thought 33, Dustin Manning, had a hand on to that tackle as well early on.
Second down and about 9 yards to go for a first down. 8:30 in the second quarter. No score. Little boxing match going on between the Rams and the Wildcats. Got a slot on the left side with a single setback. Phil Beamer, Jr. Richard goes back. He's got a man open, number 27.
Burkholder, the receiver, brought down by 30, Harima, along with number 37, Waringa.
Nice pass play. And he created a nice, with one of the wideouts going in front, clearing out the defense, and then 27, Burkholder just steps up and receives the football. Nice delivery by Richard. Phil Beamer again is the only setback. Got a wing left and right. Wide out, number 20 in motion. Mackham gets the football, and he's going to try and sprint to the outside, and he picks up a few yards. He's second down and about 6 yards to go.
Brought down by 37, Waringa. Chris Maxim, only a sophomore, Roger, at 5'8", 150, goes both ways. He starts out a halfback on offense and plays some cornerback on defense.
Watch him try to sprint to the outside. Takes the pitch, muffs it slightly, but Jenison's out there to stop him from going outside.
Second and about 6 on the 46-yard line.
In Wildcats front 3 and 5. Now they're in a 5-man front. Again, it's a scissor in the back, and number 20 gets met right at the line of scrimmage.
That'll be a loss of about a yard in that play.
Number Amato, number 32. 37, Waringa was in on the play also.
Aaron Dawkins, number 27, checks in. Harima comes out 30 for a blow. He's going offensively and defensively. It's about 70 degrees tonight when we got here. It's been a warm, hot, muggy night, so going both offense and defense can wear you down after a little bit.
Big play for the Wildcats right here. You got 3 wideouts. You got a wideout and 2 slot backs. No setback. It's going to be delivered quickly, and Jenison's got to come up and make the tackle. They missed the tackle, and he gets some running room.
Brought down eventually by number 7 for the Wildcats, Dave Rattle.
Beautiful play. Dan Richard delivers the football out there, but when you miss a tackle like this, watch.
Open field tackle is...
Sarakis brings the football down, or he's hard to bring down. You can't miss a tackle like that. Rams on the march.
On the 30-yard line with 1st and 10, 6:05 to go in the half.
Todd Gregg, number 71, will be over the center for the Wildcats. Richard's got a setback. Phil Beamer, number 40. He's got double slot on the right-hand side. Wildcats need a little. They got 3 guys on one side, and Jenison doesn't have enough to cover.
They're going to call a little timeout here. They're going to have to do something, Roger, to stop the Rockford passing attack. The receivers are just wide open every time they go down for a pass, and they're breaking open, and they're playing a little too soft on D.
Well, you watch on that lineup. It's a good thing they called timeout because they didn't have enough people to cover it.
That's right. They had trips on the right side. They had the reverse of what they had to play before. They put the trips out to the right side, and there weren't enough defenders to stop the play out there.
Well, and if they throw out to the sort of a lateral or a flat pass, they got to come up and make that tackle, and if they don't, they're going to pick up 5, 7, 10 yards. But right now, the Wildcats have they're back against the wall a little bit. The Rams have come down the field, put a couple of first downs together with some nice plays, and they have some momentum going, and this is, we'll see if they can stop the momentum, if the Wildcats can step up.
Just to set the defense for the Wildcats, you have you have Dustin Manning at an end, Todd Gregg at nose tackle, and you have Ryan Smoes at tackle 52, then Brandon Moss at number 99 at defensive end. Waringa and Snip at the linebacker positions. Outside linebackers Amato and Dodds, and then you have Sample, number 10, Mitch Harima, 30, and Aaron Dawkins, 27 in the back.
Richards all set, got his team up on the line of scrimmage, ready to call the play. Number 40, Phil Beamer, set back. Got a double wing, man in motion. Savickas brings the ball up, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, down by Waring at 37.
Excuse me, it was 34. John McCumber, who was carrying the football. Here comes Savickas in football, and the quarterback meets him. That's sort of unique, I think. The quarterback meets him halfway on the field and brings it in quick.
Play in a hurry.
You know, another thing is that they get more plays off as they run faster offenses, and you run more football offense.
A little more intense about that. I know that East Kentwood used to do a lot of that back in the old days under Freiberg when he coached them.
Double wing right now set up. Richard looking things over. Man in motion, Savickas. Richards comes back, he's got no pressure, and he's got a man over. He delivers the football, and it's off the fingertips
I'll tell you,
of Maxim.
Maxim was wide open since Sample came in and hit him, but I'll tell you what, if the ball had been a little bit lower, he would have had the ball. He was wide open.
Yeah, his face, his hands in front were wide open. That ball could come right in there. Right now, 3rd down and 9. Big play for the Wildcats. They've dodged a couple bullets there because the ball was there, a little high, but could have been caught. Now they change up a little bit and they go to a wing tee, and they're strong to the right. 2 wideouts. Richard runs with some protection. He's rolling out to his right, and he's got some running room unless somebody closes on him, and he picks up a first down.
His first down on about the 20-yard line, brought down by 10, Chad Sample, but not until after he'd gotten his first down. The replay, watch the quarterback looking for a receiver, no one open, so he just tucks the ball under his shoulder and puts his head down and lifts the sticks, goes out of bounds with a nice tackle by Sample, and the Rams are definitely on the march here. Harum, thank you.
Yeah, when no one came up, the quarterback just took the football and he saw the first down marker and pushed it right in there. Got a wide out to the left, double setback, wide to the right. He's going to roll this way, and he hands it to the first man through, and he's chugging through, and number 42, Steve Melchek, carries the football for 4 or 5 yards.
By Waringa and Rattle.
Rams shuttling in a lot of football players and keeps everybody fresh, which helps.
2nd down and about 8 from the 15-yard line.
Right now, the Wildcats look a little flat on defense. Just not a lot of enthusiasm out there. The Rams are taking it to them. Double setback. Richard goes back. He puts it into the hands of 42, and he's going into the end zone right away.
I'll tell you, that's a
touchdown, number 42.
42, Steve Mikulak was not even touched. It was over the delayed draw. Watch it play. The delayed draw. The defense goes all to the left, and they just hand it into 42, and away he goes. He could have walked in the end zone.
That was a very nice play. He just came back and stuck it in around him. It's almost like the Statue of Liberty play, only he just put the ball in his stomach and nobody touched him as he ran into the end zone. Rockford in the lead right now, 6-0.
Greenland back to attempt the point after.
Dan Richards holds, and the ball goes up, and it's good. And the Rams take the first lead, 7-0 in the second quarter with 4:15 to go. The Wildcats look a little flat as they were on defense there. It didn't seem like there was much emotion going on. So right now, as both teams go to both benches before the kickoff, we'll see how the Rams come out, or see how the Wildcats come out and respond to just a score.
Well, it was a beautiful run by Steve Mikulak, but it was a well-conceived play and well executed with the sort of a delayed draw to Mikulak off the left side. All the defense going to the left. He goes back to his left, and there's not a soul in front of him. He waltzes in for 15 yards.
Dan Richards did a very nice job leading the team down the field as a quarterback, and very nice play on that final scoring play. So let's see how the Wildcats can respond right now and see if they can get that football. Sample, number 10, back there for the Wildcats.
Wake-up call for the Wildcats right there with 4:15 to go in the half. Rockford on top, 7-0.
Dave Radel, number 7, back there also for the football. And number 30 is Harriman. There's a kick, nice kick. Number 7, Radel. Gets some blocking. He's got number 8, goes right through and picks him off.
Brought down by number 8, Mike Lundberg.
Lundberg has been in Jenison's backfield quite a bit tonight, I'll tell you.
He picked up 10 yards on the return, Rod. He picked the ball up on the 5-yard line, got to about the 15-yard line, for the wedge broke down, and their linebacker, Mike Lundberg, makes a stop right there.
Excellent penetration by Lundberg to get down in that before he had any blockers on top of him. It was good, very good. C.J. Hooper trying to make something happen. They got slot to the left. Double setback. Again, Wildcats now go back to pass. Hooper's got some time. He throws a football and he gets knocked down, and there is a flag.
Eric Gregorski, number 80, the intended receiver, was interfered with on about the 35-yard line.
Number 25, Gabe Parm, was in the area, and you can see the Jenison Wildcat receiver was down on the ground. So Jenison gets a break right there. They should get 15 yards.
And a first down on about the 30-yard line. There's 4:05 to go in the second quarter.
I got to think that the Wildcats have got to open it up. They can't keep it close to the vest.
Well, they've got
an I formation in the backfield. You got a wide out to the right. Timeout. We're missing a guy.
One of their players that broke the huddle ran out of the huddle, Roger, and just kept running to the sideline. So they had 12 players, and he comes back in. That's a different player coming back in right now, though.
No, but that's the guy they're missing right there.
Right, number 1.
Number 1.
Jason Hemmerholt comes in, but I don't believe that he's a culprit. Someone else, who knows what happened. But
yeah, but they were minus one guy. So you got to be on a game like this. You got to be on top of who's being in who and what and when.
It's all on emotion right now. Rockford ahead 7-0 with 4:05 to go, and it's an emotional contest. Both teams undefeated, 5-0 in the OK Red. Other games around the OK Red tonight of consequence. We'll go over that for a second here. We have East Kentwood 2-3 at Grand Haven. They're 3-2. And we've got Holland at they're 2-3 in the OK Red play. They're at Granville tonight, which is 1-4. And the last game in the OK Red is West Ottawa, which is 0-5. They're at Mona Shores, and they're 2-3.
Well, around the area tonight, there's a lot of big football games being played in the City League right now. The Union Redhawks are 4-0, and if they can get a win over Ottawa Hills, they can sew up the City League Conference. Here we go. Wildcats 1st and 10, trying to make something happen with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. He rides the football into Harriman. He keeps the football, and Hooper's going to turn the corner a little bit and gets out of bounds by number 23.
Courtney Young, 23, drives him out of bounds on about the 45-yard line. Watch the replay. C.J. Hooper has got a lot of guts for the size. He keeps turning inside. He will not go out of bounds. He'll go up and try to hit somebody.
Wildcats bring in a couple people. A couple people go out. Hooper brings his group up to the line of scrimmage. Got 2 setbacks. He's got a slot out to the left. Sestru and Harriman, number 30 in the backfield. First man through, he keeps it, and he's going to try and go up through the middle, and doesn't quite get there.
Stopped by Tony Savekis, number 36, from a defensive end position. Watch the replay here where he fakes to Harriman, keeps the ball himself, and he's just taken down by Savekis for a little loss of about a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd and long.
That decision has got to happen a lot quicker, and he did have Harriman out there on the side, and he could have picked up more yardage, but that's what your quarterback has got to do right there. He's got to think, pitch, keep. Got strong right, got tight end behind the end. Let's see if they come this way. Got 2 wideouts. Harriman should be coming here to the right. Well, the quarterback is going to be coming to the right.
Hand off up the middle. Harriman for about 2 or 3 yards, and that's going to bring up, brought down by Bo Mercer, 33, defensive tackle, 5'11", 220.
He's 3rd down and about 6. Big play for the Wildcats, just moving into Rockford territory. Number 22 comes into the backfield.
Seth Stroh.
See if the Wildcats go into the air. 4-man front for Rockford. First man through, fake. He's going to pitch it out. He's going to have to cut up right there, and he makes the cut, and he does pick up the first down with a little more to spare. Jenison picks up the first down as Harriman, number 30.
Driven out of bounds by Chris Maxim, the sophomore. Stops the clock. Watch the replay. Nice thing about the play is a nice pitch, breaks the tackle, and runs out of bounds to stop the clock with 2:29 to go in the half. So
almost identical play that they had the last time, and he didn't pitch it. So
Jenison got a wake-up call with that score, I think, a few minutes ago.
Got a slot to the right, 2 setbacks, 5-man front for the Rams, and he bucks the football. He picks it up. Let's see if he can get it. He's got a man open. He throws it deep. Can he get it there? Yes, it's going to score. He touches. Touchdown. Number 80 for the Wildcats scores. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable play.
C.J. Hooper.
See this on replay. Watch the play.
Watch, he muffs the football.
He muffs the ball.
Picks it up.
He throws the ball from the 50-yard line. That's a 50-yard ball in the air.
And the ball almost goes through his hands. He catches it coming down.
Roger, the ball was in the air for 50 yards. He had 2 defenders back. Wygorsky was like 2 yards behind the defender. Back to attempt number 45, Eric Anderson, for the extra point.
Outstanding play from something that happened. Let's see. No good.
No good.
Number 45 boots it to the right. Eric Anderson can't get it up through the air. Uprights, and so right now the Wildcats claw back, but they're down by a point, 7-6. Well, maybe this is going to loosen things up a little bit, Don. Right now, both teams score off with some nice, unique kind of play. The Rams scored off, I thought, was a very good play with the fullback delay, but the Wildcats scored off of a muff or a dropped snap by the center to the quarterback, C.J. Hooper. He picks it up and checks deep, and he's got men open. He throws it as hard and far as he can throw it, and the guy catches it.
50 yards in the air.
Fantastic play. So right now, with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, Wildcats just score, make it 7-6. The Rams on top.
Well, hopefully the extra point attempt by Eric Anderson will not come back to haunt the Wildcats after the beautiful drive that they did make. With 2:20 left on the clock, that gives the Rams enough time with the we've seen so far with the passing attack they've got to score.
Courtney Inn is back there deep to return the football.
Eric Anderson, with the leg he's got, has the capability of putting this ball in the end zone.
Chris Maxim is back there, and in the middle, number 27, Aiden Burkholder. And now, Wildcats get into it pretty deep, goes back to about the 5-yard line, and they're going to do a little crisscross of who's got the football. Jenison covers it well, and they take him down at the 10-yard line. Number 23, Courtney Yen, ended up running the football.
Number 88, Scott Dodds. Scott Dodds on the stop. Would have made his dad happy. Watch the replay. All of this, they scored against Granville on this same play. And this time, 88, Scott Dodds heads up, makes his tackle on about the 15-yard line.
Well, the Rams will have the football, and let's see what they can do with it with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go. And Jenison hoping for a turnover right here. They should try and apply the pressure. Todd Snip, Matt Wieringa right in the center. Let's see what happens. Richard hands the ball off, the first man through, and they stuff everything up.
Brought down by Dustin Manning.
Steve Mekalak carried the football and picked up a couple. Second down and 8 yards to go. A minute and 54 seconds to go in the game. Dan Richard, number 17, telling his squad to play.
Number 7, Rattle, playing almost a prevent defense back on about the 25-yard line. Watch for the ball to go in the air with 1:35 and the clock rolling.
Number 40, Phil Beamer by himself in the backfield. Richard does take the ball back. He's got a little rush going on, and he's going to get hit for a loss on about the 1-yard line.
Number 99, although number 99 on the tackle, B.J. Moss. Watch the replay. Watch Moss break his block and come over and take the quarterback, Dan Richards, down almost on the 1-yard line. I would say that.
Boy, that is strange right there. That mark.
Here's a replay. Watch a replay.
Let's watch where the mark goes.
And you'll see that number 99 Moss brings him on the 1 yard line, but they're giving him forward progress to about the 5 yard line.
Yeah, they looked a little. He retreated back. It should have been like in between, almost like it maybe hit the 3.
Well, you know, with 1:19 on the clock, 3rd down and about 15 yards. I don't think that 3 yards is going to make a big difference one way or the other.
I don't know if they're going to throw. I'm sure that it's going to be a play on the ground because you don't want to have an interception here. This will be interesting to see what the coach Munger has to say and how he's going to get his troops going. He's in a very critical situation right now. His back's to the wall. He's got 3rd down, long yardage to go. Wildcats are fired up.
Jenison's going to have to play some people tough on defense back there on pass defense. They've had a lot of receivers coming open.
Coach Anise chewing on that gum. He's a little nervous. Could be a big play right now.
Score 7-6 with the Rams with the ball, 3rd and long with 1:19 to go in the half.
For the Wildcats, that really was the first penetration that we've seen in their defensive line to really get in there and break things up. Wildcats need to get set. Richard behind the center. They're coming up the middle and they're trying to pick up a few yards. Nothing happened with the Wildcats. They stuffed it up right in the middle.
The big end, the number 87, Brad Hamilton, is 6'7", 245, goes out and puts a big block on number 9.
Oh, yeah, Rick Boheis.
Well, Rick Boheis, yeah.
Yeah, and
number 7 back, Radel and Sampo to return this punt.
Wildcats are going to have a chance. They got 48 seconds to go, and right now they just called timeout. Rockford.
Roger, they could get good field position with the wind at the punter's back. He should get a pretty good punt off, but Jenison could, pick the ball, bring it down to the 30, have a shot at the end zone.
Well, no really decisive win, but the punter is all-state punter, from what we understand, and so let's see if he can bring his all-state skills here on this big punt.
I have seen him put the ball in the air this year, and to the tune of 50, 60 yards, so he has the leg with a little breeze behind him, and he's on the end line of the end zone when he goes to punt, so.
48 seconds to go in the to the end of the second period. Rockford Rams ahead 7-6. Rockford in 4th down. They're going to have to kick and call timeout to see when they saw Jenison line up, they saw something maybe they didn't like. So number 1 for David Resco is going to kick the football. Sampo is back for the Wildcats, and he gets a nice kickoff, and he drills it. He drills this football.
That ball was.
This ball is going to go almost 90 yards.
That ball is picked up on the 10-yard line.
And he comes up the sidelines, and he's got a little running room, and he picks it up to about the 27-yard line. Fantastic kick.
That's got to be one of the biggest high school kicks I've seen in all the years I've been to football games at the high school level. He kicked out of the end zone. He went down to the 10-yard line. As you say, that's about a 90-yard kick.
Right. He got the benefit of roll. But in the fly, this ball went at least 60 yards.
I tell you, nice spiral. I tell you, there's a breeze out there.
Hit under 30, so that's 50, 60, almost 70 yards.
But
fantastic.
But that's the pros. The pros don't do that.
No, he got a brilliant kickoff. Wildcats, 33 seconds to go. Rockford trying to loosen up, going to a nickel package in the backs. Here comes the Jenison Wildcats, got a little trick play, and they got a man open. But he's going to be intercepted or batted down by number 23, Jan.
23, Jan brought it. The intended receiver, number 1, was Jason Hemmelholtz.
Developed. It took a little longer to develop.
He beat his man, but the ball took too long to get to the receiver. But the offensive receiver was wide open. He just had to come back for the ball.
We got 25 seconds to go. Jenison's got 2nd down and 10 yards. Rockford in the lead, 7-6. Jenison spread out, got a slot to the left. Double set back, first man through.
Brought down by Bo Mercer, 33, from his defensive tackle position. I think the Wildcats are just content now to run the clock out. With 12 seconds on the clock. I think they just want to get into the locker room and talk it over.
Yeah, I think they should just run it out. Looked like the quarterback, it looked like C.J. Hooper lost the football. He looked back like, I don't have the football, you know, and now they're into the second quarter, and Wildcats are running off along with Rockford, and the Rams are up 7-6. A couple big plays is what it's all about in this first half of this football game.
Yeah, you're right, Roger. I mean, it was like a give and take seesaw battle that first few minutes. Rockford really sort of dominated the first quarter with the 2 drives they had, and then Jenison finally stiffened up and they had to punt the ball from the All-State kicker. But eventually Rockford did make a nice drive, and with a I think it was like 3rd and long. They sent Steve Mukulak off the left-hand side for 15 yards at 4:15 of the second quarter to make it 6-0, and Greenland making the kick good. And then Jenison came back with a play out of I've never seen happen before. The quarterback, Hooper, sort of mishandled the snap, went back 10 yards, picked the ball up on his 50, and threw a 50-yard strike to Grigorski, who was alone in the end zone behind 2 defenders, for the 6 points with 2:20 to go in the second quarter, making the score at that point 7-6. And Eric Anderson's attempt at the extra point failed, shortened to the right.
The 2 players I look at for Rockford, who I think have done a first half outstanding job, is Mike Glungberg, number 8, has been in that Jenison backfield a lot and on the line of scrimmage, and Tony Savekis, number 36, has done a very good job, and the quarterback Dan Richard for Jenison. It's been almost a team effort. Mitch Harriman, of course, carries the load. C.J. Hooper pulled that one out and threw a nice long pass for a touchdown. So those 5 people right there are making things happen in the first half. And at the end of the first half, the Wildcats are down by a point. Rockford in the lead, 7-6.
Hi, this is Ray Bentley. When I want to watch local high school sports, I tune into Channel 50 WCET.
Welcome back to the second half of the Rockford Rams Jenison Wildcat football game with the Rams with a 1-point lead. We're minutes away from getting started in the second half, but it's been somewhat of a surprised first half where you might think that the ground game would take over, but it hasn't. It's been a couple unique kind of plays, Don, that have sort of set the tone for the first half. I'd have to say that the Wildcats haven't played their A game yet, and the Rockford Rams have played probably their B-plus game.
I thought that the Wildcats, Roger, after all the hype that we've had all week long in the press, the paper, the TV, probably came out somewhat flat in that first quarter and really didn't get jacked up until after the Rams put that one score on the board with about 4:15 in the second quarter when Steve Mukulak ran that one off the left side, sort of woke him up. And then that one play, I was sort of kidding one of the assistant coaches at halftime that C.J. Hooper threw to Gregorski in the end zone. I said, you need to put that in the playbook. Obviously, that was a miscue on the part of C.J. Hooper not picking the ball up, but a phenomenal play in itself. So that brings the score to 7-6. The extra point that we missed down here, or I should say Jenison missed down here in the south end zone, hopefully won't come back to haunt the Wildcats here later in the contest.
Well, tonight is a beautiful evening for a football game. As we move through the month of October, you couldn't ask for a better evening, especially for a big game like this. This is one of the top games in Western Michigan, as we sort of stated in the first part of the introduction. Most of the AA teams in the state are looking at this game to see who's going to survive and sort of take control of one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the state. So hopefully both teams, even in somebody losing here, can still get into the playoffs. That would be nice because they're both very well-balanced football teams, and you'd hate to see one miss out.
Well, I know that next week Rockford goes out to finish up the OK Red conference play with West Ottawa, while I think that Jenison, do they play Mona Shores next week, or they played Mona Shores, Roger?
Yeah, they played Mona Shores.
They play Holland, then, apparently. They must finish with Holland.
Well,
so, and then they go to Muskegon and play Muskegon, so they have 2 away games. And obviously, the winner of this game will go into post-play if they can continue to win their last 2 games. The Wildcats getting pretty well jacked up right now after coming out of the locker room at halftime. So maybe Coach Anise had a few things to say, made a few adjustments, and I believe the Wildcats will wind up kicking off to start the second half. They won the coin. I think Rockford won the coin toss.
Right,
deferred, and at this point, Jenison will probably be kicking off to Rockford.
Well, we were sort of discussing at halftime that the fans really need to get in this game a little bit. We need to get some support from them, get the student body going, and get that enthusiasm sort of from the stands down into the players, and get them really fired up to play a second half that can get them a victory possibly. And the Rockford Rams seem to be poised and ready to go, and their fans are into this game. They brought with them all kinds of banners and everything, and you can see the orange throughout the other side in the end zone. So it's been a very, very fantastic crowd here at Jenison this evening.
Probably as many Rockford fans out here as there are Jenison fans. You can see a lot of orange and black. There's stands in both end zones, which I have never seen before. Those are filled completely. Both sidelines filled completely. People in the trees on both sides of the field, behind the fences, and so we've got about, I'd say, 8,000 fans out here tonight.
Great for high school football, especially in a big game like this. Well, the Wildcats are getting ready to start the second half. Eric Anderson, number 45, is just about ready to tee it up and make it go. So Wildcats are down by a point. Going on defense and see if they can make something happen. They need to get a turnover here. They need to make Jenison make the Rams make a mistake. Right now, the Rams have played solid football for the first half. And here we go, getting underway.
I would watch for that fake punt. This time they didn't fake it.
And there comes the football right there. And number 23, Yen again's got the football and goes out of bounds at about the 14, 15-yard line.
33, Brian drives him out in the 15-yard line.
This little Courtney Yen is quite a scat back. He handles the football a lot on the punt returns. And
you know, Roger, with that play that the Rams just pulled off, what happens is that if it works, it's a great play. If it doesn't work, the defense gets a chance to get down the field in their lanes and make the stop, and that time it did happen.
Yeah,
so the Wildcats have stopped that play twice now for very little gain on the part of the Rams.
Dan Richards brings his group up to the line of scrimmage, and the Wildcats are going to try and keep this field position that they're in right now and see if they can stop the Rams. 2 step backs. Number 34 is trying to go around in, and he's met by number 33 from the Wildcats.
Dustin Manning on the stop.
And see if the fans and the Wildcats can get into this game and get some momentum going. 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
Well, in the first quarter, Roger, when the Rams came out with the ball, if you remember, on each of those first occasions, they were able to pick up 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down. This brings up 2nd and 10, so...
Number 23, Courtney Yen, who's had a big first half. He's caught a couple balls. Splits out here to the right. Double setback, sort of a pro set. Direct handoff to, looks like number 36, Savekis, but I'm not positive.
Brought down by Snip, 44 for the Wildcats. Snip has 51 tackles on the year, so the few linebackers for the Wildcats are pretty active. Make a lot of stops with a good line in front of them. It opens them up to do a lot of damage defensively. Brings up actually 3rd and long, but picked up maybe a yard on that play.
Number 27 comes into the game.
Adam Burkholder.
Let's see if Phil Beamer, number 40, is directly behind. He is behind the center. Double wing. Strong left and right. Quarterback rolls to his left. Looks downfield, he's got a man open, and he might break it, and he almost shakes off a tackle, and he picks up some nice yardage.
Adam Burkholder at 5'10", 170, the receiver. On the stop, the Wildcats, Dave Rattle.
Now again, Wildcats seem to make an attempt to try and intercept that football, and it just doesn't work that way. You just need to bat it down.
Well, the Wildcats had him on the ropes with 3rd and long, and the passing attack by Dan Richards has brought him out of a lot of trouble here in this game so far.
Number 13, Mike Oakes, comes into the football game for the Rams. Again, Yen comes out to the right. Oakes goes out to the left. Referees are going to stop play here for a minute. They have a player hurt on the sidelines over there. Rockford Graham is down. And it looks like we're getting about ready to go. He's off the sidelines. First and 10 for the Rams. We're ready to start the clock. Just started in the 3rd quarter, about 10-16. The Rams ahead 7-6.
We have 1st and 10 on about the 43-yard line.
Richards goes back and hits a slant. Number 13 comes right up. Mike Oakes, and he breaks it. Let's see if somebody can catch him.
He's brought down from behind.
Brought down.
Harriman, number 30, brings him down at about the 25-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle. Watch the replay. Oakes gets open, breaks a tackle, and Harriman, number 30, just brings him down with his speed.
Well, right now the Rams have got some great momentum. Their passing plays, they've hit 2 bing right there. Watch Richards roll out here to the right. He's looking downfield. He's going to break somebody free, possibly. No, he goes out of bounds trying to run the football.
B.J. Moss, number 99, the tight end, the defensive end, brings him down at about the 20-yard line.
Number 76, Joe Faber, coming into the game for the Wildcats. 2nd down and about 9 yards to go. The Wildcats are going to have to stiffen here, or the Rams are going to take about an 8-point lead, possibly.
I'll tell you, when you pick up 15, or when you pick up the kind of yardage the Rams did on that last play, it sort of puts a deflator on the defense, that's for sure.
Adam Kieft, number 79, is a big young man. Richard fakes the ball. Number 40 goes up into the line of scrimmage. Beamer picks up a few yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 or 7.
Rams on the roll here with 9:18 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Tracy Branch helped bring down Beamer as he hit up into the middle of the Wildcat line. Big play right now, 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats. See if they can stop them. Rams trying to keep that momentum going. This will be a big score for them. Richard looking over the defense, got a single setback. Beamer, man in motion, number 34. Richards brings the ball out. He's going to run. He's got some room.
Richards made a nice fake in the Beamer 40. Beamer was hit by one of the linebackers, and the ball actually was held by the Waringham made the stop, 37, ultimately made the stop. It was a nice fake by Richards. Richards carrying the ball down to about the 10-yard line. Richards
was being trailed by John McCumber, who was waiting for the pitch, but he never got it, and it's going to be coming back.
A penalty. It's been a fairly clean game so far. There's been very few penalty flags, Roger, throughout the contest.
Did not see that flag at all on the field, and surprised everyone, but the Wildcats are going to be the benefactor. Yeah, see, I don't see it either, and mysterious flag, but we'll take it. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 yards to go for the Rams. See how the Wildcats defense is right now. If they're going to loosen up a little bit. Middle of that line's got to penetrate, get into Richard. Richard goes back. Young rolls to his left. He's got a guy deep, and
Young,
he throws that ball down.
In the end zone.
And he's almost caught it and brought it down. Good defensive play by the Wildcats.
Sample, number 10 on the defense, along with Radel.
Now this will be interesting right now. I don't know if their kicker is a field goal kicker also. Let's watch this replay.
Watch 23 breaking the end zone. The ball's a little bit underthrown.
Richards has all the time in the world right now to throw that football. No penetration. Let's see what happens here if Munger's going to try and. Hey, right now they got some problems.
Actually, Roger, they're probably out of field goal range, but they do have a kicker. Greenland is capable of getting him from. Let's see, this would be if he tried it. I don't believe he would though. This is 35, be about a 42-yard attempt into a little breeze. There's not going to be any attempt.
Well, they're going to go for it.
4-down territory. It'll be up in the air.
Richard is looking things over. He's got Strong to the left. He's got 2 setbacks. He's going straight back. He's got a man open. Jenison could hit him and bring him down, and they do, and they stop it. Wildcats take over right now on about the 25-yard line.
Scott Dodds, number 88 on the tackle, senior, 6 foot, 195.
Good play, good defense.
Coming up from his outside linebacker position.
Wildcats right now have got to throw a little caution to the wind and open it up a little bit right now. Rams in the lead, 7-6, 8:24 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Wildcats dodged a bullet, Raj, on that drive with
sure
that big.
Got 2 wideouts. Slot here to the left, 2 setbacks. First man through, quarterback keeps it, C.J. Hooper, and gets pulled down for a couple yards.
Brought down by number 42 is Steve Ukulak, and number 8, Mike Lindbergh, the 2 inside linebackers.
Hooper kept that football and tried to make something happen, but he couldn't, and he only picked up about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Wildcats.
81, Jeff Racine enters the game, number 1. That'd be Himmelhold coming out. Gregorski split out wide left.
2 setbacks. Harima right behind the quarterback. C.J. Hooper signals, takes the first man through, gives the ball off to Harima, and he's stacked up again. Right now, that center of that line is just not opening up any holes for the Wildcats to run through, so you have to hand it to the Rams. They're doing a heck of a job on defense.
They're running. Here's a replay. Watch Harima go off to his left. He's hit in there by one of the Rams, brought down for a very little gain, but they're running against a pretty good defense with Tony Zavakis, 36, 6 foot 190, pretty tough 2-way player. John Polzak, 77, 6'5", 235. The nose guard Jacob Scott, 6'1", 195. And here's the play coming up with 3rd and about 7.
See what happens is Hooper pitches the ball down right now. Let's see if he can get some running room. He picks up a little yardage. Can he turn the corner? And it looks like he got a first down, and he did.
Harima brought down by Courtney Young. Actually good amount of bounds, and the 20 feet drives him out.
Watch Harima turn on a little burst of speed as he picks up the football. Right now he sees some open, cuts up quick.
You got a good block back here. A good block. We missed the number, but it could have.
Yeah, let's see how the Wildcats do. It's 1st and 10. They're moving up the field about their 41-yard line. Got a slot formation here to the left. Tight end on the right. Rams got a man over the center. Long count. Hooper takes it, gives it to the first man through, and he can't find anything. Number 22.
Brought down by Luke Bottas.
Number 22, Seth Straw, just couldn't find any running room there. He's 2nd down and 10 yards to go. No gain on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 10, you say, Raj, from about the 42-yard line. It's like the Wildcats got the wake-up call again here.
They sure did. They move strong onto the right side of the field. Double setback. First man through. Pass outside, and errant pass by C.J. Hooper.
Intended receiver was Shane Shannon. Had the time to deliver the ball, but
quick out, but he wasn't set really with his feet, and he threw the ball too high.
Well covered by Rob Schrock.
Third down, 10 yards to go. Wildcats in a passing situation. Haven't seen the old screen pass yet, Don. Let's see.
Maybe a little draw play.
Draw play, screen pass. Let's see what happens.
6:23
to go. Rams in the lead. High formation in the backfield. There's going to be a pitch to Harriman. It looks like he may set up the pass, and he's going to shake off one tackler, and he's going to come upfield and puts a lick on number 42.
He doesn't get the first down, but he picks up about 5 yards, and he did run through one Ram. Number 42 brought him down, Steve Mukalak. And Steve, we've been calling his number quite a bit tonight. Number 42 playing at defensive end has played an outstanding game. A 6'1", 200-pound senior.
Now this is fourth down, and I don't see how you cannot kick the football.
No, they're going to have to kick the ball, no question about it.
Yeah.
You can't give the Rams good field position down here.
If they can get any kind of kickoff right now and get the field position back for the Wildcats.
Courtney Young back on about the 25-yard line to receive the punt from Mitch Harriman with a little bit of a wind at his back.
See if he can get off a decent kick. They're going to come at him pretty hard now. Now they back off to try and get a few blocks. Good snap, good kick. Up off the side of his foot, and he doesn't get much.
On about the 33-yard line, the ball goes out of bounds. So that way, Roger, you can't return the punt, but
yeah, right now the Wildcats just didn't get a good kick, and the kicking game is playing a part in this game.
I think that the fact that one of the punts was almost blocked, he's sort of hurrying his punt a little bit on that last attempt.
It was a less than 20-yard kick, so the Rams come up in great field position on their 39-yard line. So the Wildcats are going to have to stiffen up on defense if they're going to make something happen. 6:11 to go in the third quarter. Richards hands the ball up to number 40 as he busts up into the line, Phil Beamer.
They're running behind a pretty good offensive line. 76 Adam Weech is 6'5", 248. The guards, number 69 left guard Mike Fowle at 6', 215 at center. Jared Elliott at 6'2", 220. Right guard Ben Miller, 5'11", 215. Right tackle Jeff Keefe at 6'6", 278. They average 240 tackle to tackle.
Single setback, Phil Beamer behind Dan Richard. Wingman in motion. First man touches the football, and Beamer gets it. Tries to pick up a few yards.
Brought down by Snip. Brings up fourth, I believe, Roger. And is that third, or do we have fourth?
It's going to be third down.
Third and about 6.
Yep.
Well, this is where the Wildcats need to stiffen up now, because each time the Rams have gotten in a position where they have third and long, they put the ball in the air and they pick the first down up. Or Richards puts the ball under his arm and goes to the first down.
Number 23, Courtney Yenz on the far side, and look for him. He's an excellent receiver. He's picked up the football, and nice catch.
That's
and
a great,
first down.
Great catch. I'd like to see that again. That's a great catch. I believe that might be the tight end that picked that snip on the stop.
First down. Well, he picks this right out of the air. He just brings it down.
87 at 6'7" is pretty difficult to stop when you're that tall going up against someone a foot taller. It's difficult to do this.
Rams playing just about getting into Jenison territory right now. You got about 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Richards hands it off to number 42 as he busts up into the line, Steve Mikulak.
The best play for Rockford all night long has been third down and long.
Yep.
Brought down by Snip again. Snip and Harriman. Or Wieringa.
Second down and about 9 yards to go. Rams bring in a couple every play. They bring in 2 or 3 people and take out 2 or 3, trying to keep fresh people.
Oaks split out wide right here. He caught a pass earlier in the game.
Beamer's set back. Savarkas in the motion, and there's Dan Richards keeps the football, motors right up through the middle of the line for Jenison, and he's going to pick up a first down.
Brought down by Rattle, number 7.
Right now the Rams are moving that football.
Watch the replay, just
Watch
good
Richards.
hard running by the quarterback.
All he does is follow that fullback going up into the line. 42 is Steve Mikulik. Mikulik is the up back in the backfield. Number 34 is in motion. Let's watch him pitch it and see if he does, and he gets steamrolled down there by Jenison.
That time Moss, number 99, on the initial stop, along with Manning, Dustin Manning, 33, coming up from a replay.
Watch John McCumber goes in motion right there, and he's looking for the pitch. Jenison had it well defensed.
Second and about 13 yards. 3:17 in the third quarter. Ball on about the 40-yard line.
Jenison's defensive line has got to get more active right now. Dan Richard is rolling left and right, and then he is getting time to. Right now, there's going to be number 23 Yen, and let's see if they stack him up, and they do. They're going to get him and take him down.
Number 37 for the Wildcats on the stop, Matt Waringa.
Yen lost again. He must have lost about 7-8 yards.
Well, watch the replay. Watch Waringa wrap him up, and then get a little help from his friend. Number 9 comes in along with that Boheis.
You keep your defense straight so you don't wedge in there. You keep everything going. Look for the pass right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's about 2nd and 20.
Well, let's see. You know, you could have a screen, you could have a pass, you could have a number of different things. A draw play. Almost lost their blocking back. Number 8 in motion, and he's going to quick kick. I love this play.
That is a great play.
Love this play.
Although it goes out at about the 10-yard line.
Mike Lundberg, outstanding play. Let's see where he's going to mark it.
Had they punted the ball, their all-state punter would have put the ball in the end zone probably.
About the 9 yards. Let's watch it. This is beautiful football right there.
Well-coached football.
Catch Jenison down a little bit, and they get them backed up in their door, and let's see if their defense now can hand it to Jenison and make them make a mistake. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Rams in the lead by 1 point. Jenison trying to get untracked here in the second half. They still look a little sluggish, Don. They just don't seem to have that fire.
Well, this time they've got the 2 wideouts forward to the far side of the field.
Got a slot over there to the wide side, to the right side.
And C.J. Hooper's got the ball himself, picks up the first down. Brought down by number 12, Matt Crow.
C.J. Hooper making a nice move, cutting up into the middle of the line. Now they just got to keep that momentum going.
Jeff Racine brings the play in from the sideline. Hemaholt coming out. Ball on the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Big first down play. Brings him out of the hole.
You have Harriman and Strew in the backfield. Right out to the right. Blitz coming in from Rockford. First handoff through to Seth Strew. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Harriman.
Brought down by that linebacker, Mike Lundberg, along with number 25, Gabe Parham.
Jenison, Don, can't shake Harriman up through that middle of that line.
I know Harriman hasn't broke one. You know, he has not. They really have defended well.
Yeah, they have defended
him. And they've stopped a couple of times. Really, they've stopped the Wildcats' offense pretty well. The one big play was the broken pass play down in the end zone.
Same setup in the backfield. Seth Strew and Harriman.
Harriman has done well.
First man goes through, block. He's got a man wide open. Let's see if he can get it downfield to him. No, it's going to be intercepted, and they drop it. Oh, my gosh.
Roger, going back to Harriman for a moment, the plays that he has made good yardage on have been the pitch-out plays to the wide side of the field. Here's a replay. Watch the replay. The defender drops the ball. He had the ball and drops it.
Watch the pressure. Yeah, he got pressure coming and just can't quite get it into him. Let's see if Jenison come up with a big third down play. They need 3rd down and 8 yards to go to keep this drive moving. And the Rams right now have got the upper hand. Let's see.
I would watch for the pitch out play, Roger. What do you say?
Let's see right now. Let's see if they come down the line and pitch it out to Harriman. Well, first man through. He goes back to pass again. He's got to have somebody come back. Oh, no. Oh.
Number 11, Andy Seagull.
How can you call a flag on that?
Well,
How can you call now if he calls it on Jenison?
Andy Seagard had nothing but end zone in front of him. He broke up the play just about.
Oh, legal lineman downfield. That's okay. Jenison's got a punt. Watch this now.
Yeah,
look at all the linemen downfield. Boy,
a lot of them were downfield.
That wasn't even close, Don.
Well, Harriman's going to be back on about his 5-yard line. He needs to take his time now and get himself set and get this ball downfield and not give the Rams good field position.
Right now, again, if he can't get off a decent punt, the field position is going to change drastically. Harriman waiting for the snap.
Courtney Young on about the 40-yard line waiting for the punt from Harriman.
Good snap. Good kick. Does get off a very good kick. Number 27 and muffs the football. Adam Burkholder is trying to pick it up, and he covers it back inside the 20-yard line. So the Wildcats luck out and get an excellent kick, get a roll, and they start the football with the Rams in possession.
Here's the replay. Nice punt by Harriman. Jan drops the ball. It goes back to about the 15-yard line. Or Adam Burkholder, 27, was the receiver.
Well, let's see if the Wildcats on defense can make something happen. They're down in good position. You got 46 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the Rams ahead, 7-6. Single setback. Slot man in motion. You got a man coming, and the quarterback is going to roll out. Let's see if somebody can come up, catch up to him.
Harriman drags him down at about the 25-yard line for about a 5-yard, 6-yard pickup. That's probably one of the better plays they've had tonight with the quarterback rollout, not throwing the ball, but going for, again, here they got now 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3, they get good first down yardage. Well, they might work something off that too. They might hit the tight end now, or they set something up. So Jenison's got to
Speaking of the tight end, and Brad Hamilton at 6'7", 245 is already going to cross the middle for a couple.
You know, Don, I'm surprised this is the end of about 4 seconds to go to the end of the third quarter. I'm surprised they haven't dragged the tight end over the middle and then hit him with a delayed pass or even a bootleg pass with the tight end. Being that big, nobody can catch up.
On the one attempt that they did have when they had 3rd and about 12, they did bring the tight end down across the middle, and he did a one-hand grab on the ball for a first down. It was a big first down to keep the drive alive. It was a scoreless third quarter. Score still 7-6. Rockford on top with 12 minutes to go.
So the Rams will take the football at about the 25-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 4 yards to go. And the Wildcats have got to do something on defense to turn this around.
Well, right now they're looking for a turnover. If they can get a nice turnover, they've not had good field position the whole game. They've been starting their offensive set of series usually from the 5, 10, 15-yard line, and they just have not had good field position. They made one nice drive in the second quarter.
Well, this is it, last quarter, 12 minutes, and we'll see who's going to be atop of the OK Red Conference. Rams go right up to the football. Dan Richard looking things over. Got a man in motion, number 37, and he's going to keep the football, and he's going to look to pitch, and he just about pitches as he gets hit. And number 34,
Dustin Manning 33 on the stop.
Watch McCumber now is trailing the play, and the quarterback keeps the ball, and that's a smart play on his part.
Wearingen Manning on the stop.
3rd down and about 4 yards to go for a first down.
This is where the Wildcats have got to come up and stop the Rams right here now on 3rd and about 3.
Big play right
4.
Here. Look at that big tight end. Let's see if he gets involved in this play. Boy, he's a big young man. Strong to the right side. Richards usually rolls that way, and he does, and he hits it again, and he's got a pass completion right there at number 27.
Adam Burkholder does the damage again for a first down. That's another 3rd down play that the Rams have converted. Roger, if you look back at this game right now, you're going to see that, okay, watch the receiver come open. Well defended actually by Sampo, did a nice job, but not until after the ball was delivered for a first down. What I started to say, Roger, was that they have converted an awful lot of 3rd down situations tonight.
Yes, they have. Got a wing to the left. Number 20 is going to carry the football, which is
sophomore.
number Chris Maxim.
5'8", 150-pound sophomore, taken down by 7. Rattle along with Wearing at 37.
Trying to pick up a few yards, and he does. It's going to be second down and about 5 or 6 yards to go for a first down.
Boheis is entering into the game, and number 37 for the Wildcats, Wearing, coming out for a little blow.
Rams flanker out, have a slot formation, and they're going to be strong here to the left, and they come at you, and you're going to have to stop it, and no one has stopped it yet. He's picking up some yardage, and he's going to have a first down.
Moves the chains. Brought down by 52, Ryan Smose. Number 34 on the carry, I believe that was. Was that Tony Savakis?
No, 36 is Savakis. Number 34 is McCumber.
Let's watch the replay here. It's a nice hard run by the. If I couldn't pick up the number on the runner, but it was a nice hard run.
He just keeps on running hard, keeps his legs moving. Looks like he's got a little bit of a leg cramp there.
Well, the temperature, Roger, is in the, like we say, the beginning of the game was probably in the low 70s, and those are leg cramps. So,
well, we'll see how he responds here.
Gives both teams a chance to take a little break.
Well, this is a timeout, so Rockford has to take a timeout. Well, right now, it's the Rams have kept up the momentum that they have had in the first half, taken it to Jenison, and Jenison's sort of been back on their heels.
Well, Rockford Rams have moved the chains now for about 3 first downs on this drive, and they're also running the clock down too with 10-12 to go in the game. The Wildcats have got to get this ball back in good field position and try and score again. They really they're reeling a little bit here.
Yep. This doesn't. The spark is not right there right yet. They need to have something happen to make them get on fire. They're not on fire yet.
Burkholder split out wide left here.
They're strong here to the left, and they're going to have this cutback again, a scissor, and they almost picked him off, but number 9 doesn't make the tackle.
Jeff Twyman on the carry, brought down by number 76, Joe Farber, from his left tackle position.
Rick Boheis ran right by him, almost made the tackle. Two people coming and going, number 37 coming back in for Jenison, Matt Wieringa.
Wildcats have had the defense out on the field for an awful long time. You're getting a little worn down now.
2nd and 4. We're into the last quarter, 9 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Richard goes back. He's looking sideline, and he's going to hit his man, and the Jenison defender, Sample, falls down.
He picks up his first down, number 13 on the Oaks again, brought down by Sample, but not until after he moves the chains down.
Moving the sticks right now. Jenison is reeling on defense. Can't stop him.
Here's a replay. Watch the receiver come open.
Little simple down and out. That's all. Cut back, and he receives the football. No pressure. See the coach, Tony Anise, is getting excited. He said, get fired up. I mean, you can see it. The Wildcats just don't have any fire in them right now.
62, Tracy Branch goes in the game on defense at nose guard.
Rams are spread out both sides. Double wide, he's got a screen pass up the middle, and boy, look out. He's going to have some running room. And he picks up number 42.
Steve Mikulak.
Yep, picks up some nice yardage. It looks like it could be a first down.
Brought down by Dave Rattle. Here's a replay. Watch the screenplay develop. Mikulak breaks a little tackle.
Had one man back, and he couldn't quite pick up enough steam to get him.
Well, he's got second, about a foot to go, so almost a free play down in 4-down territory.
Well, let's see what we have here with the referees making a measurement.
Hard-fought game, Roger, on both sides of the ball here. Both the Rams have been out in the field an awful lot on offense and defense. For Jenison, it seems to be to me, it would be worn down by now.
Yeah, getting a little tired of this. They need to stop it right here. This is where it's got to happen.
Number 71.
You only have 8 minutes and 44 seconds to go, so they need to put the clamps on right now.
Todd Gregg, 71 at 5'5", 240. Played a pretty good game down there. Every play, he's banging in that center. Jared Elliott at 6'2", 220.
Jenison needs one man to make a play right now. They need somebody to tip a football, cause a fumble, do something right now to get things turned around here. Rams have methodically brought the football down the field with running and passing both. Double slot, single setback.
Quarterback keeper.
Quarterback fumbles the football. Let's see what happens. No, I'm sorry. He just kicked the football and went straight ahead.
It just looked like
a mass of people.
It was a Freudian slip. Well, the moves have changed down to about the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 with 8:28 to go and the clock rolling down. The Rams content just to march the ball down the field right now, I guess, without putting up in the air, Roger. If they can get first downs.
Well, this game has actually moved along pretty fast when you think about it. Running the football quite a bit, passing has been completions, not a lot of incomplete passes.
Seagard split out far right along with
double slot, single setback with number 40, Beamer in motion, and almost Seagard. Oh, number 76.
I don't know why.
Had the football.
I don't understand what happened that play. I'd like to see it over again, but number 76 for the Wildcats. Farber had
Dan Richards
tied up.
He had him ready to pull him down. He let him go. He didn't even know the football was there.
I think he was concerned that maybe if he didn't have the ball, and had he pulled him down, he would have been caught for unnecessary roughness, possibly.
Well, I think he thought the football was gone already.
I think you're right, because he definitely had the quarterback, Dan Richard, wrapped up and just let him go.
Yep.
2nd and 10 on the 30-yard line, 7:59, the clock stopped.
Well, I'll tell you, they're throwing everything at the Wildcats right now. They got double wideouts. Beamer's a single setback in the backfield. Let's see if the Wildcats, no blitz, trying to get their line to come across, and they throw a deep one. Jenison's lined up to maybe intercept, and it's knocked down.
Nice play by Sampo, 10 in the end zone.
Nice fade pass by the Rams. They're testing the Wildcats right now.
They've got 3rd and 10, so I imagine they're going to throw the ball again. They're really...
The only thing you think about is that their running game is working pretty well, and you keep the clock moving as you run the football, and now they got the backup, 3rd down and 10, and the clock is stopped.
Number 27 checks in, Aaron Dawkins on defense for the Wildcats.
Big play for the Wildcats right here because, they got 2 more plays. It's probably 4th down territory. But,
absolutely.
This is very big. 10 yards to go. Wildcat fans need to get into it. They've been sitting on their hands all night. Jenison's going to come at him. They got to get him. And they do, and he picks it off. Nice play.
Great catch by John McCumber, number 34 on the reception.
Close to a 1st down. It's going to be very close.
You know, the problem is that Dan Richards is getting all kinds of time to throw the ball. All that time, he was rushed by Dustin Manning. 34 going off the field with a little bit of a hitch in his get along there.
John's got some muscle spasms going on, and now he's got to stay. Now he says, go off. Now he stays.
They're bringing number 20
Poor
in,
John.
Chris Maxim.
He doesn't want to do much more running.
The sophomore, Chris Maxim.
4th down, yard to go for the Rams to get a 1st down. This is the first time the Wildcats have got fired up, and they may have stopped it. No, he's going to get a 1st down.
We'll see. The referee.
Well, let's see. Referees
calling time out.
It's going to be very close.
He's brought down by 52, Ryan Smoes, on about the 22-yard line. They're going to call for a measurement. It's going to be really close.
I don't think he made this.
It's going to be close.
It just doesn't look. It's going to be within an inch.
It'll be close.
This is a big play right here. Let's check it out. Now watch his forward motion. It looks like he goes and falls forward.
Well, it's
yes.
Not a first down.
Wildcats get the first down. All right, now they're getting pumped up a little bit. They got to get things going.
Big 1st down. Now, if that doesn't get the Wildcats jacked up, nothing will. But the defense finally stiffened on about the 22-yard line.
Got to get the juices flowing a little bit here. These guys have been sort of quiet all game long. The crowd's got to get into it.
They have 7 minutes and 2 seconds to bring the ball downfield. They're going to have to start throwing some blocks in there for Harriman to spring Harriman loose somehow, or Hooper, or Aaron Dawkins, or somebody.
Well, the
step up.
2 big guns for the Rockford Rams. Luke Coates, Mike Lundberg, 58-8. The guys are going to get their work cut out for them right now. If they can hold the Wildcats, they can walk away with a victory. Hooper hands the ball off 1st time, keeps the football, and picks up about 4 yards.
Brought down by 42, Steve Mukulak, along with number 58, Luke Bacchus.
2nd down and about 6 yards to go. The Wildcats need to sustain a long drive.
B.J. Moss goes in the game. Number 99 checks in. Dodds, 88, checking out. Matt Schumacher, the 5'10", 210 center.
2 setbacks. Harriman, he goes back to pass, and he hits the guy. He hits Harriman coming up the sideline. See if he can break a tackle. If he can stay in bounds. No, he goes out of bounds.
Big first down play, Roger.
Big first down.
Brings them out of the deep territory that they were in and puts the ball up on about the 45-yard line. Watch Harriman.
Number 33 stayed with his block. Thank
goodness.
Breaks a
tackle.
Almost. Tight ropes that sideline.
That's a big play. That'll get you jacked up a little bit when you pick up 15 or 20 yards like that.
Get fired up and keep it under control. C.J. Hooper brings up his team. He's got a slot out to the left. Double setback. The crowd's starting to get into it a little bit. First man through. He's got the football. No, and he pitches it out to Harriman. He's going to try and turn the corner.
Harriman driven out of bounds on the far side of the field.
Another first down, it looks like. I'll tell you what.
He's driven out by number 8, Mike Lundberg.
Let's watch a replay. Excellent no block on the corner because he would have clipped him right up here. If you see it there, number 80 stayed away. Thank goodness.
Right, 80. Grigorski, number 80, heads up play by Grigorski. 3 substitutes going in. 88 Dodds, 81 Racine, and I didn't catch the other number.
Wildcats come out of the huddle. They're going to bring some people out here to the right. Got a slot back. Double setback. Tight end in motion. Stops at the left. C.J. Hooper, first man through, comes down the line, cuts up the middle, and he's going to get stuffed in there.
Well, C.J. Hooper is stopped in there about 42. Steve Mikulak, and I don't know how many more tackles he's going to make tonight. 58, Luke Bacchus, the other one that makes the stop.
Aaron Dawkins, a sophomore, comes in.
Here's a replay.
Good defense by the Rams, turning that corner. Second down and about 8-9 yards to go for a first down. Have a slot to the right. 2 setbacks again. Harriman goes through first time. He's got man open. He's going to try and come up.
Aaron Dawkins ball carrier, brought down
right
for
there.
no gain.
Line of scrimmage.
Brought down by number 21, number 11, Andy Seagard.
Yeah, Dawkins just doesn't have the speed and the physical power to get around that corner, break a tackle.
He's got the speed, Raj. He's got good moves, but he's got hammered. He just didn't have a chance once he got the pitch back there. The defender had his height, had him in his sights, and that was the end of it. He's got third now. Jenison Wildcats have third and long. Here's a quick look at the last play. Pitch out to Dawkins.
He gets strung out pretty nice by the defense. Strong to the left. You got a slot. C.J. Hooper goes back. He's got a big guy, and he's going to be taken down for a loss.
Number 77 for the Rams. That's John Holzak.
Number 99, Brandon Moss, went down and was going to receive the pass, but he didn't move to the outside. He stayed in the middle, and the ball couldn't come to him. He had too many people to go through. Fourth down. Let's see what happens here with the Wildcats. 4th and 9 yards. We got 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go. See if they can do it.
The punter, Harriman, number 30, I don't see a punt formation. They're going to go for the first down. We got 4th and about 11.
So you've got a wide out here to the right.
4th and 9 on about the 45-yard line.
Shotgun formation. And a quick kick. Excellent.
Good call.
Good call. Let's see what happens. And good roll and out of bounds at about the 13, 14-yard line.
Well, turnabout is fair play.
That's right.
They did the same thing that Rams did to them.
Hey, this is great football.
Here's a replay. Nice punt. Back down in the old coffin corner, which you don't see much anymore, but that's what they used to call it, down in the 10, 15-yard line area.
3:36 to go in the game. Rams up by 1 point.
Well, the Wildcats defense is going to have to try to make a turnover here, do something. There's 3:36 on the clock. They don't want to let the Rams get a first down, run the clock out on them here.
Dan Richard talking to his troops as they come out of the huddle. They need about 2 or 3 first downs, and they can salt this game away. Man in motion, number 32, and he hands it off, trying to find some running room, and picks up a little yardage.
Brought down by B.J. Moss, number 99, to tight the defensive end for the Wildcats.
Jenison costs timeout, so they're going to try and preserve some of this time with 3:27 to go.
Very little gain on the last play, brings up about 2nd and 8 with 3:27 on the clock.
The Wildcats, I believe, have 1 or 2 timeouts left, and that's going to be it for them in the second half. But
we've seen a little bit of everything here tonight so far, Roger, with the fake punt returns, the different types of things that Rockford has thrown at Jenison, the nice draw play back here for the first down, the The wild pass play by Jenison into the end zone for a score. The beautiful punt by their all-state punter for about 90 yards. A couple of quick punts for good field position. Two well-coached teams.
Saw it all tonight. That's
that have really fought head-to-head. And the only thing separating these two teams right now is a missed extra point.
Here comes the Rams back in the field. The Wildcats defense coming back on the field. 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go, and the Rams come right up to the football and ready, and they get double wideouts. Green team to the right. Richard goes back and he hands it off again on that draw play, and number 37 for the Wildcats stuck.
Waringen on the stop, number 37. Timeout. The replay. Watch him break one tackle, and then Waringen puts him away and about right there.
Again, it's timeout for the Wildcats. They're really trying to preserve it, so they need to really make a stop here. You put the football in the air?
Well, this has been the Rams' best play all night long. It's been 3rd and long. So, do you put the ball in the air, or do you try to just make that first down with some sort of a I don't know. It's difficult to call for me. I don't know. I mean, the problem is if it's intercepted, they're going to have good field position, and they're in field goal position if they pick up the ball down here this close.
Well, two things for Jenison. One, they're going to try and get good field position if they can stop them, but they have an outstanding punter.
They also have the possibility of a quick kick, which I don't think they would go on 3rd down. They're going to obviously try and get a 3rd down to convert this to a 1st down to run down some time on that clock.
Right now, Jenison is basically, I believe, out of timeouts. So they need to make a couple big plays here and get that ball back. We'll see what happens. This is getting exciting right now with 3:20 to go in the 4th quarter. Rams up by 1. Couple wideouts for the Rams. They got Strong to the right. Richards makes a call. He rolls out to his left. He's looking downfield. He's got a man wide open. And he gets
wide
a first
open.
down.
Number 23, Courtney Young, wide open. That's a big first down. As I said earlier, 3rd and long has been the Rams' best play all night long. Brought down by number 7, Rattle.
Tough to defense because the defender back there is afraid of going deep.
There's a replay.
No pressure from the outside. Number 99 is trailing.
He's wide open.
Well, they had somebody covering deep, number 10, Sample, so they could have gone. Now the Rams ought to run this football straight ahead.
They're just going to run time off the clock right now. 40 Beamer up the middle, 5'11", 170 for a very little gain. There's another timeout.
Jenison takes one more timeout.
Number 44, Todd Sniff for the stop.
That's the last timeout for the Wildcats, so they've got two more plays to run before they have to punt.
Well, hopefully they'll have to punt. It's 2:48 on the clock.
you know what Jenison has not done much of tonight is blitz.
No,
we really haven't seen much happening as far as
the quarterback, Dan Richards, has had all kinds of time to deliver the ball, and he's gone back to pass. They haven't really put a linebacker in a blitz position to put any pressure on him.
No.
Although he's running behind, as we said before, a pretty good sized line at 248, 215, 220, 215, 278. So he's got some big people in front of him, Raj, to do the blocking for him. And then the receivers are coming open.
Yep, that was Dan Richard had a good amount of time to throw that football and get it in there, not have to rush his pass.
I think he could have put the ball in their arm and probably run for the first down, and he's now throwing the ball for the first down.
Well, it's tough on the replay. We saw number 99 try to make some penetration and drive him back further, but he got around 99 and got set up and delivered the football.
I'll say we have 2nd and about 7 with 2:48 on the clock. Score 7-6, Rams on top.
Big play right now. They got to stuff it at the line of scrimmage. Here comes Jenison on a blitz. And he's going to almost break free, and they get him in the backfield.
There's a loss, brought down by number 32, Aaron Amato, and Dustin Manning, 33.
So the Rams have lost a little yardage right there. They moved backwards to about yard loss, so it's going to be 3rd and 11.
They're back where they were before now, although the clock is rolling at 2:27, rolling down.
So they have got some time to run off the clock.
probably take as much time as they can to set this play up, and I'm sure they'll put the ball in the air again as they did last time, Roger, and they had 3rd and long.
Yep.
That number 23, Courtney Young, I don't know if he's in the game. I guess he is split out wide right. He came open last time. Too much time, I believe. That'll be make it about 3rd and 15.
Well, right now, let's see if they blitz the linebacker to try and shake things up in the backfield. Dan Richard getting his instructions. Number 23, Jan, he's been a real thorn in Jenison's side tonight. He goes wide on one side and 13 posts on the other.
Mike goes on the left side.
He goes back and he gets hit.
He's
post caused an errant pass. And that stops the clock, Don.
Well, here comes the punting team in. He got bopped just about the time he delivered the ball, so he took a hit. They put back sample 10 on the near side. The far side is right along the far side.
Well, they need to get a rush on this guy.
Okay,
right
watch the All-State kicker, David Reitzel, probably put the ball over the head of the intended receivers down here.
Nice snap, good kick, nice kick.
And he does. He drives Sample back to about the 25-yard line.
The field. Let's see if they can get him and get out of bounds. He cuts back in the middle. Comes up to the 40-yard line. They got great field position with 2 minutes to go in the game. Minute and 52 seconds. Brought
down by number 42, Steve Mikulak, along with 34, John McCumber.
Well, the Wildcat season is right here under 2 minutes to go.
Now or never. Now or never.
Yep. They need to get their 2-minute drill going. Wildcats do a single set, double slot. See if they can cause stir up some things with their passing game. Got a block, got a block, got a block.
He's got a little screen play.
Oh, they got 50 downfield. Let's see if Harriman can cut something, and he picks up the first down. All right, does the clock stop?
Clock stops on the first down, Raj, and I think they'll start it up once they set the change.
They're going to go quickly back into their set.
A little screen play over to Harriman. Harriman picks the ball up on the 40 and takes it about 10 yards, 12 yards downfield.
Well, you got half the field to go to get a touchdown or get a field goal attempt. Jenison picks up the ball right there.
It was sort of bobbled. The ball was Hemmelholt caught the pass, and Chris Maxson 20 on the. Watch the ball get touched in the air just a little bit.
Some penetration by the defensive end. Wildcats getting set up again. They're at the 44. Giving it to Harriman as he comes up.
C.J. Hooper kept the ball himself for almost a first down. Very close to the first down. Brought down by Jacob Scott, 75.
Got a hustle.
The nose guard, 102.
C.J. Hooper trying to get his troops lined up again. And the referees are going to take a time a second. They're going to measure, so they stop the clock with a little more than a minute.
Sort of a break for the Wildcats, Raj, when they didn't have to call timeout. Sort of give a chance for the team to come over the sidelines and get a play or two from Coach Anise.
They need to break one. They could get one. I think if Mitch Harriman is the key on this right here.
Well, Harriman,
get him the football on a pass play.
The offensive line, I'll tell you, C.J. Hooper's got the wheels too, though, to go the distance as well. And also, Aaron Dawkins, 27's got pretty good speed.
Is it first down? I didn't see the referee's third down.
It's third and short.
Third down, so they need a first down to make this thing
happen. Probably send Harriman up the side. They'll probably send Harriman up the middle on this play.
Let's see how the defense reacts quick. They got it up
the middle.
He breaks it.
There's Harriman.
And he's got it. Go. He's down to the 8-yard line. Fantastic run with 51 seconds to go.
Harriman almost broke that loose.
See if the Wildcats can get it going.
It's an unbelievable play by the Wildcats. Harriman just trying to pick up a first down, breaks it for about 25, 30 yards off the right side.
Keep themselves in control. Come on, get out of the huddle. Got 45, 44 seconds. Take your time. It's Harriman up the middle. C.J. Hooper, and he pitches it, and he fumbles it, and they recover. And they do recover.
Well, the referees have not made a call yet. They may have called C.J. Hooper down. We don't know yet. He may have been down.
Let's see what they signal.
They're calling I guess they're calling a fumble and a Rockford recovery.
Let's see how they call it. We still haven't seen anything yet.
Coach Jenison is talking to the referee down about. There's a replay. Watch the replay. C.J. Hooper pitches the ball back. And number 11 for the Rams makes the play of the year for himself, Andy Seagard.
Well, right there, it's sort of the end of the season for the Wildcats as far as this game is concerned. They're looking to try and beat the Rams, and they turn it over going in the trying to score.
In that particular case, they had plenty of time, Roger, on the clock. They were on the 8-yard line. They could have put the ball in the air a couple of times. There's a replay. Watch it. Well, we keep seeing the end of the play, and we're not real sure yet.
He can't find the handle, and so it makes it tough, and they recover.
Now, that's a big Harriman. Mitch Harriman was just trying to pick up a first down. Broke it for a good yardage gain down to the 8-yard line, and
well, we'll see what got 33 seconds to go. Right now, the Rams are in the driver's seat.
That was probably the play of the game right there, Roger.
Yep. Yeah, when you wish you could have it back to try and slow things down a little bit, because you've got a little panic sets in because you got time running out.
Well, there's 33 seconds on the clock. I would think they're just going to kneel it down and stop the clock.
And that's going to be about it right there.
Actually, Roger, that last play was more of a bobble by the Wildcats than anything that the Rams would have done to have upset the offense from Jenison. They did to themselves, really. And Tony Anise is walking across the field to shake hands with 15 seconds on the clock and then running down.
Coach from the other side is yelling at his players, so that's it.
That's the ball game.
3 seconds, 2-1, and it's over. And the Rams have beat the Wildcats, and they take over sole possession of first place in the OK Red. Besides,
there's a swarm of fans on the field right now.
Becoming the state, probably moving up in the rankings a little bit. And the Wildcats just didn't get their game together until the end of the game. That was about it.
Well, the play of the game, Roger, no question about it, was that last play when the quarterback, C.J. Hooper, went to his right on the 8-yard line, went through the pitch, the ball back, and was bobbled. One of the Rams jumped on the ball, and that was the end of the ball game. But I'll tell you what, it was a heart stopper because Harriman, with one more step, would have been in the end zone had he just had one more step. But he played a great game. You can't take anything away from Harriman.
No,
he played offensively and defensively. The Wildcats have nothing to be ashamed about. They played a great game. They came out a little bit flat, I thought, in the first quarter, but then played a great second quarter. Their defense stopped the Rams when they had to. And the only thing that separates the two teams is that extra point that was missed down here in the end zone on the south side. If they scored on the fluke pass play down to Grigorski with 2:20 to go in the second quarter, the 50-yard ball in the air, actually into the wind.
Well, we sort of talked a little bit about getting Harriman involved in the final couple plays, and that's sure what it had to take. It had to take him to get involved, and he brought the ball down to the 8-yard line, and he did everything he could do, and then the fumble took place, and that's it. Nothing you can do.
I'm sure if the Wildcats could go back and replay that last 52 seconds, they would have taken a little more time.
Yep.
And when you throw the ball, when you pitch the ball like that down on the 8-yard line, some bad things can happen. You got to make sure.
Yep.
And at that particular time, the Rams were the recipients of a gift a little bit. It was it wasn't hit. He was just a bad pitch.
Yeah. If it works, sometimes you can score real easy on the play, but. And again, if you put the ball in the air, the clock stops, and so you save some time. And you had first and 10 to go, so you didn't have to rush. And if you put it in the air, you got your big tight end, you got a few things. So they'll replay this all year because this is a big game that they would love to have back again to try and win it.
I'll tell you, the defensive end for the Rockford Rams, Steve Mukulak, had a great game tonight. Number 42, a 6'1", 200-pound senior, was all over the place tonight for the Rams. And
well, again, too, we sort of talked at halftime about number 8, Mike Lundberg, who I thought played an outstanding football game, and so did Tony Savakis on defense. Both those guys were everywhere trying to stop the Wildcats, and so with that, I think those fellows really played well. And their quarterback,
Dan Richards was very good with the ball, right?
Delivered the football well.
Right.
He had number 23, Yen, played a very fine game in receiving the football. So, again, it was a good team concept for the Rams.
If you look at defensively for the Wildcats, the two linebackers, Matt Waring and Todd Snip, played their hearts out, along with Dustin Manning, 33, Todd Gregg, 71, Ryan Smose, 52, and Brandon Moss, 99. Aaron Amato, 32, and Dodds, 88, played a great game. Haramuth, number 30, playing a good defensive game as well. So you just can't take anything away from the defense.
Yep.
They played their hearts out. That's a good team the Rams have got out there. It's a good program.
Good team.
Coach Ralph Munger, his 7th year as a head coach at the Rockford School, has a lot to be proud of, and Tony Anise can be proud of his troops as well.
Yeah.
They played a great game tonight. They don't have to hang their heads for anything.
Well, bitter loss for the Wildcats, and I'm sure they'll remember this game as you move on and you play your next game, and the seniors move on and graduate and talk about it. You never forget these type of games.
There's a chance, too, Raj, that the Rams definitely will probably go into postseason play if they win their next West Ottawa and their last. And then Jenison can also.
Jenison has a really good chance because they're rated second.
Yep.
And all the other
Yeah.
teams have one loss.
Yeah, we also realize that Jenison has a good opportunity to go into postseason play as they did 2 or 3 years ago when they played Rockford twice and beat them both times.
Well,
that was about 3 years ago.
Very important that they win their next 2 games. It's really the bottom line. They just can't have a letdown. And so, hey, you get in the championship series, and you never know what can happen. We can maybe end up playing Rockford again. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, they could go back and have this game all over again. It was an exciting night. I'm just happy to be here, to have seen and been part of it. And my hat's off to both teams, both coaches, both ADs, and the student body. The crowd was great. The whole evening was just a lot of fun for me to be here and to see the game.
Well, to wrap it up, the Rams were 1 point better than the Wildcats, and that's how it goes down in the record book. So with that, and a beautiful evening in Jenison, the Rockford Rams take over possession of first place in the OK Red with a perfect record of 7-0. With that, we bid you adieu and have a good evening.